everybody. I'm Dr. Hugel from Metamorphosis, Physician-Assisted Weight Loss. And I'm here with my colleagues, Dr. Carol Penn.
Hello.
And Lisa Kaplan, our counselor. And I'm just going to give everybody a few minutes to join Facebook and hopefully tune in.
Yes.
So we have a very timely topic to discuss tonight. So hopefully everybody will tune in and get some great tips and tricks for how to navigate summer parties and barbecues. And it's interesting, we live here near the beach, here in Shrewsbury, New Jersey. We're about 10 minutes west of the beach, and so many of my patients are constantly, and I'm sure you both hear this as well, that it's almost more difficult, when you live near the beach and have a very social, fun, happy summer, like many of our patients do. It's almost more difficult than when they are trying to deal with the holidays at Christmas time and Thanksgiving and so forth, just because it's such a social time of year for us beachgoers. So, so we're going to give you our top 9 tips and tricks, and hopefully, if you remember to do some of these, you will have a slimmer summer. So the first thing is to go into every event that you attend with a plan. Very simple. When you plan ahead and you sort of mentally rehearse and go through in your mind exactly how you're going to navigate a particular party, it can be very helpful. Try to imagine yourself saying no to the chips, saying no to that second glass of wine, or whatever the case may be. And another thing that I like to do, and I recommend this to a lot of my patients, is if you think that there's a good chance there's going to be a lot of high-calorie foods, then have a meal before you go. And that way, you can politely, graze a little bit, hopefully on some good choices, but you don't have to show up starving, and then you're sitting there in front of all of the very tempting things, and you end up making a choice that you wouldn't have otherwise if you were already full. And a few of the things that I usually recommend to try to zero in on, I was at a barbecue myself yesterday, and the wonderful thing is that there were tons and tons of veggies, there were salads, so I tried to zero in on the ones that weren't really heavy with mayo, like potato salad and macaroni salad. I stuck with more the crudité, which, is and the veggies that are roasted, and the salads that didn't have heavy dressings and things like that. Also, try not to sample any of the chips. If you're going to have burgers and hot dogs, try to take it off the bun. Still tastes delicious. And try to avoid desserts, have fruit for dessert, and try to avoid alcohol that is going to be higher in calories, like beer and sugar-laden cocktails, things like that. And try to drink water and seltzer in between every drink. Like Lisa always says,
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yeah, so you can slow down your drinking significantly if you throw a glass of seltzer or some water in between. And actually, one of my patients had a really good tip today. She said that instead of having what she normally would have, I believe she said maybe 3 glasses of wine, she has 1 glass and gets a glass of ice, and she kind of stretches it, adds a little bit of ice to kind of water it down, but she'll drink it all evening long, and she ends up drinking a lot less. So I'm now going to turn our talk over to Lisa, who has a few more tips and tricks.
Yes.
Lisa?
Oh, okay, thank you. I do that same trick with the vodka, by the way, when I go to a party. I also get one glass, and I have the ice on the side, and I'm always putting ice, and by the end of the night, I'm drinking water in a beautiful glass.
Well, that's another one. You can put your water or seltzer in a pretty wine glass,
yes,
or
with an olive, and nobody even knows you're not
exactly.
drinking. It's just
And you feel like you're participating.
You're socializing, absolutely. But we want to always set ourselves up for success and not failure. And ways to do that when you go to parties is bring what you need. I have done that. I've gone to the supermarket and picked up a roasted chicken and cut them up nice, 1 or 2 roasted chickens, and put it on a bed of kale. They think it's wonderful. No one's ever said, "Oh my God, she's bringing her own food." I always they thank me. they thank me, you know, and or chicken kebabs, or just make sure that you have something that you're going to eat. Unless you call and ask, make sure that they have something for you to eat. If not, then ask them. Say, you know, I'm on a special diet, or you know, my sugars are a little high. Little white lies always help. I just got my blood work done, and I really have to avoid certain foods. So, what are you serving? And if they don't have something or they don't offer, then make sure you bring something, because you just want to be eating and setting yourself up again for success. And one other thing is, if you did have an allergy and they made chicken with peanut sauce and you were highly allergic to peanuts, you wouldn't just settle and eat. You would absolutely make a point to tell your host what you need.
And what do we say? Be a pita?
Be a pita. Pain in the...
Yes.
And everybody knows that I am a big pita when I go out to eat, because I'm important. You know, if somebody had a medical issue, their issue would be important, but I need to keep. It's been 33 years I've kept my weight off, and it's an important thing for me to make the right decision, and don't let anybody else make that decision for me. And bring dessert also. If you feel like you want to partake in dessert, just bring fruit. Berries are always good. I even have some patients who bring their shakes. They make a pudding instead and put it in a little parfait glass and bring it with a little mint leaf or a little. So they're sticking to whatever program that we put them on, and they're happy for it. They leave feeling happy and not guilty. So that's really my few tips. Dr. Penn?
All right. Well, I'm going to piggyback on the tips that you've heard from Lisa and from Dr. Hugel. So when you're at that wonderful barbecue or you're at the poolside, I want you to remember, do one thing at the time. When you're socializing, socialize. And when you're eating, eat. Don't try to do the two together. So you want to keep those activities separate and really do one thing at a time. And remember, the purpose of gathering together at the wonderful beach or at the poolside really is to intermingle and to create fun, memories, and relationships. So it's more about the relationship than it is about the food. Also, there's a tray of food over here. There's a table laden with goodies over there. You go over there. Don't stand near the food. Put some distance. Make it a little inconvenient. Put a few beach chairs between you and the tray. You're much less likely to mindlessly eat and pick if you're at some distance from the food. So if it's not within arm's reach, guess what? You're not going to reach for it. And then finally, if you find that your resolve is weakening, the night is young, the music is great, the wine is flowing, get out of Dodge. There's always a time where you can gracefully bow out, time to go home. And I really loved what Lisa said. Remember, you're important, and you want to keep yourself at the top of your own to-do list. And remember, you can bow out graciously, and there's always going to be that barbecue next week, and you get to try again at the next party.
So thank you so much for tuning in. We're here in Shrewsbury, New Jersey, and we always love to hear from our fans. So if you have a great tip or a story about, a successful evening that you had during the summer and you want to comment below, we'd love to hear from you. Or give us a call, 732-389-0131. Check out our website, medimorphweightloss.com, and come and see us. Have a great night.
Night.